everyone, and welcome back to Glazed Virtual Summer Camp. This is our elementary yarn bowl project, and I am Miss Sam. I'll be your instructor today. First, let's look at what comes in your kit. You are going to get this paper plate. It's already going to have a circle in the middle, and it's going to have these black lines on the edge, and we'll talk more about that in a second. You're going to get your doodle challenge. It's a fun one. It comes with 2 sheets, so make sure they're both in there. You're going to get a pencil, a black marker, and a bunch of yarn. So today we're going to start with our Little Monster Doodle Challenge. Okay, so on your first sheet, it says you're going to practice doodling different little monsters. So you can come up with whatever monsters you like. They're just going to be like cute little doodles. So I'm going to do, and they don't have to be like monster either. Totally up to you. So I think I'm going to do this little square dude first. Kind of like SpongeBob. I'm going to give him a hat. I think I'm going to give him a mustache. I'm going to do like a little curly mustache. For this part, I'm practicing in pencil, and then when I go on to the second sheet, I'm going to do it in marker. I'm going to have him look to the side. So now that you've practiced drawing your little monsters, you can take out your second sheet of paper that has this almost double looking circle. We're also going to switch our pencil for our marker. So I'm going to turn my circle to the side, so it's up and down like this, and I'm just going to draw some little lines of different sizes in this little section right here, straight up and down. Even as you go around the side, you just want it to be straight up and down, just like that. You can kind of start to tell as you're doing this that it almost makes it look like the hole is going into the table, which is kind of cool. Since I have my little lines, I'm going to turn it back. And we're going to fill this entire area with all of the little monsters that you drew. And you can come up with new ones. You can use all 4 of these, more, whatever you'd like. I'm going to start at the bottom with some patterns just to fill my space, because the whale was my favorite character, so I want to put him in some fun-shaped water. When you're done, you should have something that looks like this. Make sure to take your time and fill in all of the empty spaces. It's going to make your drawing look that much cooler. If you had fun and you want to keep going, you're welcome to add color to it. I like the black and white, but you can definitely take some colored pencils or markers and fill it in. Once you're done with your doodle challenge, you can put that off to the side. You're going to grab your paper plate that already has the circle and lines pre-drawn, a pencil, and you're going to want to grab scissors. If they're not kid scissors, make sure you have an adult helping you. You're also going to need your marker again for this part. You're going to take your marker and this example that you did on your doodle challenge, and you're going to recreate it in the middle of your plate. You can change it up, you can do the same thing. However you want to do it, you're just going to fill the entire center circle. So using your marker, you're going to fill this entire middle circle with your doodle challenge. You do the same thing, you can do it different. I think I might just want to do the water and the whale and maybe some pattern in the background because that was my favorite part. Keep in mind that this circle is a lot smaller than the one on the doodle challenge, so you might not fit as much. Once you have your entire circle filled and you're happy with your drawing, you're going to grab your scissors. Remember, if they are like really sharp scissors, have a parent help you. And I'm just going to cut along this black line and stop right where the circle starts. Cut and stop right there, just like that. And then once you have all of them cut, we're going to go back in with our pencil, and starting from here, you're just going to make like a little triangle shape, just like that. And you want to do that on each side of your tab. So the reason why we're doing all these little pencil lines, you can see one on each side, it makes like a bigger triangle. We're going to cut them out, and we're doing that because we're going to fold each of these tabs up, and if we don't, they're going to overlap. So you won't be able to get your weaving in there because there'll be too much plate. So now that your lines are drawn, you're going to take your scissors again, and you're going to cut each of your pencil lines right down to the plate circle, so you get a little space between your tabs. Just like that. Be careful not to make your tabs too small, so you can start by cutting off a little bit, and then if you still need more space, go a little further. You can always cut off more, but you cannot add it back on, so take your time with this. It's okay if you're not cutting right on your pencil lines. The yarn is going to cover that up. So if you want to start smaller than the lines you actually drew, that is okay. Once you have all of your little triangles cut, you want to go through, and right where your line starts, you're just going to fold your tab down and then lift it back up so that they stand up a little bit, just like this. So fold down and stand it back up. This is where you're going to notice if your plates are touching. So like I'm going to have to go back and trim these ones just a little bit. All my walls are folded up. I'm just going to check. This one I want to cut a little bit. Alright, so you should have something that looks like this now. So once you have all of your cuts made and you're happy with it and nothing's overlapping, you're going to grab your yarn. In your kit, you're just going to get a couple different random colors of yarn. So I'm going to take my end of my yarn and I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go over this little wall and then tuck my end right here. The first couple passes around are going to be the hardest because you kind of have to hold your string here. So now taking this end, we're going to go behind and in front, and then behind again and then in front of the next one, in front, behind this one, in front, and behind. So that's your first pass. And it'll look something like that. And you're just going to keep going, following the pattern. In front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, come back in front, behind, and in the front. And that's your first 2 passes. Don't worry about this little tail until the end. We'll be able to tuck him underneath. So this is what it's going to look like when you go around twice. So just keep going with your pattern, in front, behind, and weaving your bowl. And once you're ready to switch colors, I'll show you how to do that next. As you're weaving, make sure to pull your yarn kind of tight so it holds up the walls of the bowl. So when you're coming to the end of your yarn, like I'm at the end of my pink yarn, we're going to switch to a new color. This is the next color in my bag. So you're going to take both ends and you're going to tie them in a knot, almost like you would tie the end of a balloon. So just wrap around your finger, pull them through the loop, pull them tight, make sure they're tight so they're not going to slip. You can take your scissors and trim the ends a little bit, not too much, because we want to have enough so we can tuck it in to our stitches later in our project. And then you just keep going. In front, behind, in front, behind. If your little ends are sticking up like that as you're going around, when you go in front, just go right over them like that. And pull it a little tight. And then they'll cover themselves up. So as you're going and as you're getting further up your wall, on the outside of your bowl, see how we have that little space? Just want to go ahead and slide your yarn down so you don't see any of your white plate. Look how cool it's looking so far. So I'm at the end of my mint color, so I'm going to do the same thing. Take the ends of that. I have another bunch of pink. That's what was in my bag. And you're just going to loop them around your finger, tuck it under, and pull it tight. And then you just keep weaving. This is the end of my string, so I'm going to stop here. If you have more yarn, you can keep going. You might want to come up a little higher on some of these, but I'm just going to on the outside. It might stay a little bit better. I honestly do not watch out, I think. Oh, nice. Okay, there you go. Just tuck that in there. So you have your finished bowl. You're going to take your edges, and you can decide if you want them to be folded out or folded in. I'm going to fold mine out. You just want to fold down your edges so that your yarn doesn't slide off. Oh, right. I'm going to trim my edges because they're a little bit long. Yours probably won't be that long because you're going to put your yarn up higher. So on yours, this is good to see. That's about how much white you want showing. So you'll keep weaving until there's only that much left to fold over. So now those little ends inside, like right there, this little pink end, I'm just going to push it in so it's tucked. And then this one's on the outside. You can even just cut it off, because I kind of like the knot there. It's cute. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so there you have it, our finished woven yarn bowl. Super cute. If you want to go inside and color the middle, you're welcome to. If you like the black and white, you can leave it there. You can also take some markers or colored pencils and decorate your rim, because that's going to be there no matter what, so make it pretty. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave comments down below if you enjoyed making this. Send us pictures of your finished product, and we'll see you next time.